everybody. I'm 2 days here 2 days in a row. Woohoo! It is a record. Okay, so I'm going to jump right into it. This morning, I went onto Reddit, and it's the Reddit Exjw community. Excellent community. I recommend it for anybody, no matter where you're at in your Jehovah's Witness journey. It's just a great place. Check it out. Okay, so anyways, I'm on there, and a person posted today about a situation they're dealing with within the congregation. They feel like an outcast because they're struggling with something. They're struggling with, it's not quite an addiction, it's just a lapse every once in a while. It's a, I know I'm not supposed to do this, but every once in a while it happens kind of situation. And it's not a serious sin that will get them disfellowshipped. It's not something that will get them excommunicated or thrown out of the congregation. The elders know about it, etc., etc. Okay, so this person is struggling with it, gone to the elders, still just working through life in general. No one's perfect. And they go to a fellow Christian, and that person just runs to the elders and tells the elders about it. It's so typical. And so it makes them feel unwanted and makes them feel like an outcast, and it's been going on for years. Because this person just cannot get the support they need. I'm here to tell you that it is not in your head. Being an outcast is very much a real thing within the congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses. It's actually part of the council and part of direction from the governing body. And there's documents on it. So if you were to go to the Jehovah's Witness website, which is jw.org, I'm not going to post a link. I don't know all the rules when it comes to that. So better safe than sorry. I'm just going to tell you about it. It's a very public thing. There's nothing against saying it's on jw.org. And I'll tell you exactly where to find it. Organized to Do God's Will is the book, and abbreviation is OD. Chapter 14, starting on page 141. If you go down to 144 specifically, that's where I'm at. So this chapter is maintaining the peace and cleanliness of the congregation. If you go down to paragraph 9, the title of this chain of paragraphs is Marking Disorderly Ones. Okay? We're going to mark some people. It starts out by quoting 2 Thessalonians chapter 3, verses 6, 14, and 15. And it goes on to say, if anyone is not obedient to our word through this letter, keep this one marked and stop associating with him, so that he may become ashamed. And yet do not consider him an enemy, but continue admonishing him as a brother. Okay, first of all, we're just going to stop right there. Seriously? We are... I want God to be the God of love that I grew up to appreciate, and I fell in love with that version of God. This somehow slipped past me, and now that I've woken up and I'm starting to see things as they are, I'm having a hard time dealing and coping with some of the things that's written in the Bible. So this is in 2 Thessalonians. If anyone's not obedient keep this one marked. So you're marking someone, pointing them out, keeping them separate. And then it says stop associating with that one so that he may become ashamed. Outcast. So you want the person to feel like an outcast and feel ashamed. Yet do not consider him an enemy. What? Continue admonishing him as a brother. Okay, that doesn't make any sense. So let's move on from this. Down to paragraph 10. It talks about, this is not scripture, this is just words from the governing body, from the organization. It says, occasionally someone not guilty of practicing a grave sin for which he could be expelled from the congregation. So what they're saying is that it's not premarital sex, it's not adultery, it's not something that's going to get them excommunicated or disfellowshipped. This could include such things, and it lists off some stuff, but it mentions, this could include critical. That's what it says. Someone being critical. So, if you're critical, if you're questioning, if you maybe don't agree with something, then it goes on to say, and this is the paragraph, he could be, quoting 2 Thessalonians 3:11, he could be meddling with what does not concern him. I'm sorry, but if you have faith in an organization and faith in God and you are in a religion, shouldn't you be able to question anything and everything? I remember growing up and they would tell us that we knew it was the truth, Jehovah's Witnesses, because we could question anything and there was always an answer. If you went to another religion, you can't question anything. Well, what? This is from Jehovah's Witnesses. So, okay, moving on. Apparently you can't be critical. It says, paragraph 11, that's where we're at. Okay, so we're dropping down to paragraph 11. The elders will first try to help a disorderly person by giving him Bible-based counsel. Okay, so first step, you'll get Bible-based counsel from the elders. That's reasonable. Number 2, however, if the individual persists in disregarding Bible principles, the elders may decide that a warning talk should be given to the congregation. Okay, if you're a Jehovah's Witness, if you're an ex-Jehovah's Witness, if you're PMO, physically in, mentally out, everyone knows about this. There is a situation going on within the congregation with a particular person, couple, group, whatever, and it's kind of publicly known, kind of not publicly known, and all of a sudden there's a special needs talk, which means it's a talk specifically to the congregation in regards to something that's happening within that congregation. So let's say there's a party or someone had, I don't know, it could be anything. You know what? I'm not even going to give it an example. We all know about this. So they give a talk. It goes on though, and this is where it gets really just horrible, but we all know it's true. The speaker will provide appropriate counsel concerning disorderly conduct, but he will not name the disorderly one. Consequently, those who are aware of the situation described in the talk will take care to avoid socializing with such individual, although they will continue spiritual association, admonishing him as a brother. What? So this isn't new. This is not a shocker. This is completely in line with what I've experienced, what so many other people have experienced. I just don't agree with it. I never have, but it's there. And I just want to make sure that you know it's not in your head, and your feeling of being outcast is not going to go away, unfortunately. This is direction from the governing body. This is direction from the helpers, from the writing department, from whoever it is that puts this in writing. It's there for everyone to see. So you will be talked to by the elders, and then a talk will be given to the congregation so that people will stop associating with you, but they can do spiritual things with you, which means they can see you at the meetings, they could go in field service with you, but they can't really do anything with you outside of that, which also means that you're probably not going to really be talked to at the meetings. It's going to be very lonely for you. It's basically a pre-shun. You're shunned without actually being shunned. And it specifically says that you're marked. It's a horrible, horrible thing. It's extremely unhealthy. And I feel for anyone who's going through this. Reach out to Reddit, Exjw. There's a venting little icon thing. You could go on there and just vent if you need to. You don't have to ask a question. If you need someone and you want to remain anonymous, no one has to know who you are. So Reddit, Exjw community, we're here for you.